Hey, this is Pastor Jay Lee, and you're listening to the Daily Sabbath Podcast. Hey guys, before we get to today's devotional, just wanted to take a second to recognize one of our listeners who has very graciously and generously bought me 20 coffees to support the podcast. And so, again, time and again, I'm just blown away that you guys are willing to support the podcast in this way. And just beyond just the coffee, which of course I am so thankful for, I'm just so encouraged by the fact that people are actually listening to this podcast and benefiting from it in some way. And so that really gives me the fuel that I need to keep going and to keep putting out content for you guys. Today, I decided to just go with one of the classics, iced caramel macchiato, upside down, so the caramel's on the bottom, regular milk, because I wanted to get that full fat flavor today. It still hits the spot. I am enjoying it immensely. Now, this person has chosen to remain anonymous, and so I will call you Coffee Angel. I don't know if you're the same as my previous Coffee Angel or just another Coffee Angel, but again, I thank you so much for your generosity, and I am just so thankful that you would support the podcast in this way. And so with that being said, let's get to today's scripture reading. The King Saul series, part 2. 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 2. Kish had a son named Saul, as handsome a young man as could be found anywhere in Israel, and he was a head taller than anyone else. Chapter 16, verse 7. The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. What does a spiritual leader look like? With the rise of digital and social media, what we look for in our leaders has evolved. Influencer culture has taken hold in the church just as much as it has in the rest of our lives. Churches have become brands, and the pastor, the main celebrity around whom that brand is built. After all, every production needs a leading man, a star to headline the show. Saul was definitely a leading man. He had movie star good looks. He was a head taller than any man in Israel, a natural-born leader, charismatic, courageous. He was the kind of guy that all the men wanted to be and all the women wanted to be with. He was a rock star. Thing is, if you're looking for a rock star to lead you, it shouldn't be a surprise when they start acting like a rock star, should it? People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. The character of a spiritual leader is much more important in God's calculus than their outward gifts or stature. The fruits of the Spirit in Galatians chapter 5 are all character qualities. The qualifications for elders and pastors in 1 Timothy chapter 3 are all character qualities, except one, able to teach. There's nothing wrong with a ministry and or a minister achieving wide success, even fame. But we must ensure that character and not celebrity or status remains the litmus test for leadership. Otherwise, we will continue to court narcissists who would build their own kingdoms on the backs of the church. And so your reflection for today is this: what are the qualities you are looking for in a spiritual leader or a church? In what ways have you emphasized or neglected the qualities of character and the heart, which is what Jesus values most? For more Daily Sabbath content, please be sure to follow us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. And you can also follow us on our Instagram account, Daily Sabbath.